Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So, in the last part, we did another round against another round of battles against the Rematches family. And once again, I've done some more off-screen training at the big stadium and small courts. But now, I feel like I've done more than enough. So, I feel like it is now the time for us to do what I've been wanting to that we've been planning on doing for quite a long while now. Now, as you can see, yeah, now every single one of my teammates is now level 71. Which I feel like it is definitely at that, which I feel like it's definitely at just at the right level, just at the right level that every single one of my teammates definitely needs to be, if they want to have any chances of being able to get through the Pokemon League in this time around. Cause as per usual when it comes to a post game, yeah, when we get to our battles against the Elite Four and Champion, yeah, they usually get their teammates a lot more stronger. So yeah, hence why I decided to wait until it was definitely the right time for me. For me to be able to face off against them again. And considering that I don't want to spend days on end just trying to go through the big stadium and small court constantly, yeah, and considering that I do want to get, although I could still go for the Rematches family again, so I could show off the last two family members that we still have fun against. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like at this point I can easily just do that after we're done with the Pokemon League again. But anyways everyone, let's do this alright, now let's go for the Pokemon League once more. Now I may as well, I'm actually gonna go for the same order as I did last time. Which, of course, starting off with Shauntal. Now I get the feeling that I don't exactly recall if these Elite Four members have different dialogue than what they said to us last time. So I may skip a little bit of text here and there, but we shall see. Yeah, but we shall see what happens. The tiny but strong Pokemon looked up at its trainer and saw the seeds of doubt taking root as together they faced their toughest opponent yet. The Pokemon sounded a soft cry of reassurance, and the battle began. Yeah, we always said that. Yeah, I absolutely love writing about the close bonds between the trainers who come here and the Pokemon they train. Oh, I bet you surely do indeed, Shauntal. Yeah, once again, she must utilize our Pokemon as subjects. And once again, we get to hear this lovely piece of music again. Oh, I miss this again. But anyways, Shauntal again. Now she once again starts off with her Cofagrigus, who has the same ability as last time, that'd be Mummy. And the moves that her Cofagrigus has this time are Shadow Ball, Psychic, Will-O-Wisp, and Energy Ball. So as you can tell, Cofagrigus has definitely got a little bit more. Now Cofagrigus has definitely got more type coverage this time around, and it will most likely start off with that for Will-O-Wisp, but as you just saw there. And if you're using any Pokemon that are weak to grass, yeah, you're definitely gonna get the taste of pain. That is its Energy Ball. But anyways, and with that last crunch, Cofagrigus is down and out. Alright, now she's gonna send out her Jellicent again. Now her Jellicent has the same ability again, that being cursed, a body. And its moves, this time are Shadow Ball, Psychic, Hydro Pump, and Sludge Wave. Now, I don't exactly recall if Jellicent did have Sludge Wave before, or if it actually had Blizzard on it last time. Honestly, I forget. But if it didn't before, then this right here is definitely the first time we've seen a Jellicent that actually utilize a poison move. So, for those of you who are utilizing any grass types against it, you may want to be on the lookout for that. But anyways, now for a third Pokemon, that actually being one of the new Pokemon that she has added onto her team, and it is indeed the Ice and Ghost type Froslass. As you can see, Froslass here actually does get a upgrader spot for itself too. But anyways, everyone, now for Froslass, now for her Froslass, it has the ability of Snow Cloak, and it has the moves Shadow Ball, Psychic, Blizzard, and Ice Shard. Now, yeah, but the fact that it has Snow Cloak and none of her other Pokemon has Hail, yeah, it kind of makes that ability pointless. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give. I'm not sure why they didn't give her Froslass the other ability that it has. Or if it doesn't, I forget if a Froslass does have any other abilities aside from Snow Cloak. I forget, but anyways, as for Ice Shard, well, considering that Froslass is already fast enough, I don't know why she would want to have her Froslass with that move. Yeah, but anyways, everyone, anyway, everyone now as for her Golurk, it has once again has the ability Iron Fist, and it has the moves Shadow Punch, Earthquake, Hammer Arm, and Curse. So yeah, considering how slow Golurk is, it could definitely take it can definitely take advantage of it could definitely take advantage with that Shadow Punch. Yeah, and not to mention with how powerful its Hammer Arm is. But anyways, everyone, now for her other new Pokemon, that being a Drifblim. Now it has the ability Aftermath, and that's moves Shadow Ball, Psychic, Acrobatics, and Thunder. So, if you are planning on utilizing any Pokemon that are weak to electric type moves, then that Drifblim is definitely gonna blast you with that freaking Thunder move. But anyways, now for her last Pokemon, her Chandelure. It once again has the ability Flame Body. It has the moves Shadow Ball, Psychic, Fire Blast, and Payback. Now, yeah, you could never see a pattern when it comes to the majority of her Ghost Pokemon. Is that most of them have Shadow Ball and Psychic. Yeah, whereas her Golurk, was the only one that did not have not have either Shadow Ball or Psychic. Oh yeah, and I guess what I should also say about Drifblim too is that now this is essentially where we actually get the continuation for any character who is a ghost type specialist actually has a Drifblim. Now if you recall, as you may recall in Platinum, during the Gen 4 games, we not only had Fantina with a Drifblim, and then during the post-game of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we had Morty with a Drifblim. And now we have Shauntal with a Drifblim. Yeah, this was essentially the start of the continuation of the ghost type specialists. Apparently, apparently they just so happen to have a Driftblim. Yeah, which, yeah, I just find it incredibly odd. It's like, what in the world does their love for Driftblim come from? Like, why do they just so happen to have Driftblim here and Driftblim, this ghost type specialist has a Driftblim, and another ghost specialist actually has one too. So like, Jesus guys, we can not get off with the Driftblims. You do realize there are many more ghost types out there, you know? Jeez. But anyways, enough about now. That's all I'm gonna say about Driftblims for now, anyway. But anyways, now let's get on to the rematch against Grimsley. This time he starts off with a Sharpedo. As you can see, this Sharpedo also has a Brainerd Sprite. But anyways, now for his Sharpedo, has the ability of Rough Skin. It has the moves Aqua Jet, Night Slash, Waterfall, and Earthquake. So, for those of you who are utilizing or planning on utilizing any electric type Pokemon against it, yeah, if it's not faster than that Sharpedo, then they are probably gonna get themselves Earthquaked. But anyways, now as for Scrafty, now is once again has the ability Moxie. It has Crunch, Brick Break, Poison Jab, and the move that I just used on my Sigilyph. That being Head Smash. And you just had to KO it. You freaking bitch. And you KO'd yourself because of it too. So, unfortunately, no experience for any of my Pokemon there. But anyways, yeah, and as you saw, yeah, for those of you who are planning on utilizing any flying type Pokemon against this Scrafty this time, yeah, you maybe want to be on the lookout for that friggin' Head Smash. But anyways, everyone, now as for his Lightbird, it once again has the ability Limber. It has the moves Sucker Punch, Fake Out, Aerial Ace, and Attract. So yeah, now once again we still have yet another Lightbird with Fake Out, and Sucker Punch. But this time his Lightbird actually his Lightbird actually gets to move Attract. Yeah, so just be on the lookout for that. But anyways, everyone, now as for his Crocodile, it once again has the ability Intimidate. It has the moves Smackdown, Earthquake, Foul Play, and Outrage. So yeah, as you can tell, is that this time his Crocodile definitely has more stronger moves. Than it had last time. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And there we go. Okay, now for that next surf. Definitely, I took it out this time. And my Sasatoad is also now reached level 72. Alright, nice. Oh, nice. Plus 3 for HP. And very decent. +2 for everything else. But anyways, as for specific Pokemon, that being a Drapion. Now, isn't this something when it comes to a Drapion? Yeah, last time during Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Drapion finally got to be a part of an actual poison team. Whereas this time, Drapion finally gets to be a part of an actual dark type team. So yeah, now Drapion is definitely got himself in the right positions. Yeah, but anyways, everyone, as you saw, the Drapion Sprite for Gen 5 is, I want to say it is essentially the same as it was in that I got from Diamond and Pearl. But anyways, now his Drapion had the ability Battle Armor. and it had Thunder Fang, Poison Fang, Fire Fang, and Crunch. And then lastly for his Bisharp, it has once again he has the ability Defiant, and it has the moves Guillotine, Night Slash, X-Scissor, and finally Aerial Ace. So essentially, the Drapion definitely has some pretty good type coverage. Yeah, especially if you want to go up against it with either Water or maybe even Steel type Pokemon. And then as for his Bisharp, yeah, if you're not too careful, yeah, that Bisharp can either kill your fighting types with that Aerial Ace move, or it could probably defeat you with that one-hit Guillotine move. And as you saw, now that I'm more stronger, now that my Emboar's got more stronger, it was definitely able to be faster than Grimsley's, Bisharp this time around. Yeah, whereas than last time. Now, even though my Emboar was more slower than Grimsley's, was more slower than Grimsley's Bisharp, but it was somehow able to be faster than Gens's Bisharp. Yeah. Now it's definitely more so proven now that my Emboar will always be faster than any Bisharp out there now. But here's everyone, but that said, everyone, we are now done with the rematches against Shauntal and Grimsley. Now we're gonna get to the other two rematches for the next part. And so to that, I'll see you guys next time.